Hello and welcome back to another edition of the General Stone G Options video spectacular screen capture trading sessions. Just to bring this one in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we're getting back to it. Highly technical. You can see that I'm on the G Options website right now. Just going to log into my account, General Stone. And while that's happening, I'm just going to bring you over to the chart. So, having a look at the euro dollar late in the day right now. This is on an hourly time using basic lines. Has simply been to track the current range. I'm not trying to predict the future. I'm just using lines, add lines, high and low levels, and taking the tops of the candles and tracking the range. And the interesting thing is, as we zoom in, you can see that on the 30-minute time scale, that's really clear that that range is quite clearly trapped between those two lines. We've got a 15-minute view, pretty much the same. And this is quite interesting because on the 15-minute view, when you see that price range up and above and outside that predetermined range of those basic candles, it's pretty clear that we're going to be coming down the other side. And that's precisely what's happened there. I'm just going to get back in right now to a 5-minute, 1-minute view. You can see that on a 1-minute time scale, just slightly below really where it wants to be there at the top of the range. And on a 15-minute slash 30-minute view is pretty much where I'd like it to be. So back to the trading platform. Once the page loads up here, as always, I'm going to go over to the focused view. I've got my euro dollar open out in front of me. I can see the next available expiry is 6:30, 18:30, so 6:30 p.m. GMT. Going back to the main chart, I can see the current price is just roughly around 136.296. And there's a little bit of a danger in me taking these trades right now. Obviously, I'm going to be taking puts. The danger is that over the next 10 minutes, what's actually going to happen is we're going to rise back up towards this line. But I'm pretty confident that we're going to see a similar pattern of highs and lows and come back down through here. And I've got a good healthy balance so I can take my hedge bets if I need to. So I'm going to start off with a trade amount of 1,487. I do hate odd numbers in my balances. A lot of people laugh at me for that, but that's just the way I've always been. I'm going to apply. I'm getting the exact price of the market. Approve that in. Perfect. I look down here, got my open position. Currently sitting quite nicely. It's always nice when you enter in a trade and it goes right in the direction for you that you want. The current profit payout, if it stays the same, will be $2,750. As I have a trade open, the problem for many of us traders out there is that we have addictive little monsters inside our bellies, and we love to trade and we love to overtrade and overly complicate things and overly think things. I'm a very simple thinker. It's really easy in my mind. It's either going in my favor or it's going against me. And when I've opened a trade, whether it's going in my favor or it's going against me, as you can see, I'm just playing with the charts while I talk. If it's going in my favor or against me, I will react accordingly. So if it's going in my favor, and it's going in my favor by, a decent value amount, I will complement that by putting in more trades. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go back to that 1 hour view and replacing the trade where I took my trade, which was 293, just there. I'm going to go back through the time frames. You can see my line is still there, just a little bit obscured, as the current price is pretty much sitting on that line. And as I zoom in, you can see it a little bit better now. I can now monitor where I've put my trade. Now, brutally honestly, I see patterns with everything. I don't know if you guys are the same watching this video. If you don't, but I've been trying to describe to some of my more loyal clients, the guys that I really enjoy spending time with. Obviously, there's a few of you that really make me really happy to deal with. A few of you drive me absolutely nuts. So take that as it may. But I really do enjoy speaking to a number of you that really love to get the money on and go for it. And that's really enjoyable for me because I feel the same way. And the funny thing is, even though I feel that we're in a downward section of moving price, if I have a look on the big outward reach of euro dollar, we've actually been on a nice upwards trend over the past few months of this year. This is a monthly view, so we're looking all the way back to 2000s. You can see the patterns of rise and fall. So from 2008 coming down through 2009, through 2010, and so on and so forth. And obviously in my mind, I'm expecting that pattern to now come down the other side, to actually come down from where it is right there. And I use the zoom in, zoom out theory. So again, on a weekly view, we've had that rise, and naturally in my mind, I'm feeling, well, I think we're going to come further down. And this is what it's about, creating an opinion that you can act upon. And I use the different time frames of the charts to give me a better opinion of more recent times. So this is the start of May and the beginning of June. We can see all the way throughout May coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, and still coming down in price even now. So the bigger trend of the big yearly values is up. The more recent trend of the more recent days and weeks and months is down. And if we have a look further in and further in, this is really nice from a 2-hour time scale. You can see this rise, fall, rise, fall, rise and fall. Very, very hypnotic. And I'm always looking for these patterns. And truthfully, that's how I trade. I make my patterns, I have my opinion, I get my trades in, and it's on like Donkey Kong. So I'll go back to a 30-minute view right now. If I zoom in right here and I ask you guys, what do you think is going to happen next? So we're right here. I'll tell you what I think. We've come up in price over some recent lows. We can see that we were coming down, we retraced, came back up to the top of the range, and we came down. They tried to react, and it's coming down. So I think that the price will actually finish somewhere within the next 8 minutes of about 136, 220, 225, or roughly near there. So let's say 250 or below. That's my expectation on my opinion of that trade. If I have a look at the 1 minute view, you can see that things were going very well there for a moment. It was coming down. You can see this struggling to push down. We can see this big rise up on one side. So is it possible to come down just as hard on the other? I think it is. So I'm going to go back to the platform. I can see it's offering me 290. I'm getting a better than market price. Oh, didn't need to do that. It's just changing right now, but I'm going to take another $2,000 trade amount. I'm going to have a quick check back at the pro chart. 287, 286, 289 again. I've got a better than market price, 290. I'll take that with $2,000. I'll confirm it off. I'll check back quickly to the live market price. I'm still getting a better than market price for this trade, so I'm going to take a larger $5,000 amount. I've now got 2 trades open, one for 2,000, one for 1487. Profit to come in from these, if they stay where they are, will be $6,450 back. Huge amounts of profit. Market price is about 286. I'm still getting a better than market price for my trade. I'm not getting quite as good as I was being offered before, so I'm going to go for another $2,000 amount here. At all times I'm keeping an eye on my clock. I know that my expiry is set to finish in another 6-7 minutes. I know that I've got 3 minutes and a half left to deal with these open trades. And as you can see, I've now got almost $6,000 worth of risk. And the price is coming nicely down in the direction. So as always, as I teach you guys, whenever you make a trade, you've got to put your positions on the chart so that you can keep track of what you've done, for better or for worse. So I've got my entry levels here, 293, 290 and 288. So 293, let's put one in at 290, let's put another one at 288, and there you have it. If the price finishes below any of those lines, so if it finishes below this line, I've won a huge amount of profit. If it finishes just below the second line, I've won a huge amount of profit. If it finishes just below the first line, I've taken a loss. So I'm looking at the price right now. The price is 285 roughly of the market. I'm still getting a better than market price to take my trade. I think it's going to be my last opportunity to take a better than market price before it comes further down. So I'm going to have a quick look back at the tick view. As I see that blue candle there, a little bit worrying. I've got a little bit of time. Oh, just delete that. I've got a little bit of time, so I'm just going to wait to see. Maybe there'll be a little spike just before the end here. Maybe, but again, I've got a better than market price, so I'm going to have to take that. Like I said with this price target strategy, you've got to take the price when you see it. You must take that price. So I'm going to get back to the 1 minute view. I'm going to check out the trade I made there. Where's the 5k amount? Here it is. I entered that at 289. So I've got a line at 288 from my previous trade. I'm going to put another line in here, 289. I'm going to have to zoom in a bit so you guys can see the difference in the lines there. I hope that's alright for you. See the price coming down nicely now. You can see the bigger range. It's a lot easier to see if I go out to that 30-minute view. You can see that bigger range. You can see these lines that I've been drawing, that first trade line there. And I really feel we're just going to come swooshing down the other side. It doesn't mean I can tell the future. By God, I get trades wrong. But I think this is a nice view, you know, nicely zoomed out. You can see pretty much in light green the high part of the range, the low part of the range. and I'm speculating just below this high part of the range that we're going to finish below. And as I zoom in and zoom in and zoom in, you can see, bang, really in the money for me right now. I've got 1 minute left and it's offering me 280, but we're so far below that, 278. I'm going to quickly take another 5k position. Hopefully the platform will be able to fill that order because it's last second, the price is moving, it is. I'm taking another trade there, and I'm going to take another trade. I'm going to keep attacking this trade for this last 45 seconds or so that I've got. I'm going to keep taking that 278, having a quick look back. 279. So I'm just going to take one final position there, 280, 282, 287, that's perfect. It's just taking a rise up there, so I've got 2 or 3 trades now sitting out of position, but you can see that I'm frantically opening trade after trade to take this price of 287. And again, just like on my previous video, what I'm doing is bringing down the risk, bringing down the overall risk. Obviously I'm putting more risk out there, but I'm bringing down the overall risk. So let's have a look at the overall numbers, shall we? We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,000, 40,487 of open risk. So I'm at risk for 40,087. I'm just going to put some lines in here. So 287 I took a lot, took down 279, 278. Took quite a lot of trades here on that 287 mark, so I'm just going to broadly put quite a number of lines in there to make that quite obvious. And let's have a look at these trades, shall we? The only one sitting out of position was when I jogged in there at 278. So I've got 10k that I was a little bit too quick to put on there, just a little bit too frantic to put on. But I've now got less than 2 minutes before expiry. So again, let's do some math, okay? So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and then 2,000, 2,000, 1,000, so that's 40, 40,487. Okay, so $40,487 total risk. As it stands right now, I'm set to receive back 56,495. That's if it stays where it is right now. If it just goes down a little bit further, I'll be in for some truly mega profit. So, as it stands right now, I'm set to make just about $16,000 of profit. This is live. I've done this in less than 10 minutes. I've done it using a free professional chart. I've done it by using the different time frames, by writing some simple lines. This is my first chart that I was playing with, the 1 hour view, making some lines, following the trend, zooming it in, having a look at the ranges, having a look, going through the different time frames, marking down where I've placed my trades with vertical lines, with horizontal lines. And you can see here, if I go into the tick view, what do I want to see happen? Oh, I want to see that just come down below 136,278. That's what I need. And there you go, it's just coming down right now. The price, the platform showing me with 30 seconds to go is 282, 283. I do need it to come down if I want to see humongous profit, and it's almost there. It's almost come down, so we've got 20 seconds to go. I'm currently going to be making $16,000 if it stays where it is. And if it comes down just a tiny bit more in the next 5 seconds, I'm going to be making much more than that. It's $16,000 in less than 10 minutes. I'll take that any day. 1 second to go. Expiry. Fantastic. You see the trades, and the page just needs a refresh there. You can see the price finished just about 280, 281, 282. So that's the finish. And look at that. The only trade I missed was down here at the bottom. All of these trades, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all of these, clear winners. Let's have a look at the expiration and have a look at my balance. $151,401.26. $5,000 trade win. $5,000 trade win. $5,000 trade win. $5,000 trade win. $5,000 trade loss. $5,000 trade loss. $5,000 trade win. $2,000 trade win. $2,000 trade win. $1,487 trade win, for a total of $16,000 profit in under 10 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. I hope that I can be an inspiration for you. Please do come and see me on my Skype and my email. I love you guys lots and lots. Best of luck. Take care.